Now that we are on the carpet, I'd like you to start by looking at your hands. And let's count our fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 fingers. Why don't you take a look at your neighbor and friend and see how many fingers they have? All right, now let's take off our shoes and socks. But when you take your socks off, just tuck them into your shoes so you don't lose them. We're going to read a book together as a class. I'm going to demonstrate how to think about the book when we're reading it by thinking my thoughts out loud. And what I want us to do is try to make connections between ourselves and the book and the characters within the book. Now, why I wanted you to count your toes and fingers is because the book I've chosen today is called 10 Little Fingers and 10 Little Toes, and the author is Mem Fox. Now, there is also pictures in this book, so that means there's a person called an illustrator, and that person's name is Helen Oxenbury. Now, let's look at the picture of this book, or the cover of this book. There's a little child wearing a blue coat and a scarf, and nothing on hands or their feet or the head. It makes me wonder, is this child in the cold or is this child in the warm? It's hard to say, but it's on a swing. Ooh, I like swings. We have some swings in our playground, don't we? I wonder, because this child has a coat and a scarf, but no mitts or shoes, I wonder if this child comes from a cold place or a warm place. I like to learn about where different people come from and their different places. I'd like to learn more about this little boy. Wow, look at this picture. I see mountains and I see a river. I see some people playing and a little toy maybe in the water. I see birds. I wonder if the people of this place fish in this river. If I could jump into this picture, I'm curious as to who I would meet. There was one little boy who was born far away. Ah, so this place is far away. And another who was born on the very next day. So it looks like this baby and this baby have birthdays close together. I wonder if anybody has a birthday close to my birthday. It is neat that everybody has birthdays. And both of these babies, as everyone knows, has 10 little fingers and 10 little toes, just like how we counted our fingers and toes. And both of these babies, as everyone knows, had, what do you think they had? That's right, they had 10 little fingers and, yep, 10 little toes. Well done. What I would like to do now is create something called an anchor chart together as a class, and we'll reflect on the story that we just read. Here we'll think about things that we know about ourselves and try to connect them to the story. I live in a place that has snow, and one of the children also lived in a place that has the snow. That's a connection, and that's also called something in common. So can you remember anything that the children in the book had that they had in common with each other, or you have in common with the book, or anything that reminds you or makes you think about things from the book? Another example is my husband is a farmer, so the baby that came from the hills looked to have sheep, and that reminded me of the farm. Does everybody understand? Okay, let's try. Just raise your hand so I can put it in the anchor chart. Some things that are the same. Fingers and toes. That's right. They had fingers and toes. All the children in the book had fingers and toes. What about you? You also had fingers and toes. Very good. Something that can be different that I can think of is I am an adult, but all the characters in the stories were children. So let me know if you can think of anything that's different. All the places, they all came from different places. That's right. But you know what? We all come from different places too. So we all come from a place. So even though that's different, that also can be something that is the same. What else is different? So what's neat is, wow, that even though the children have differences, they were also able to find similarities and be friends. I find that interesting, and it's good to know people who have differences from you.